Now, fans that either sold their tickets or whatever, all of a sudden an emphasis is starting to get thrown onto the tickets where people believe she will be playing. And that's starting to make the ticket prices go up, and up.
The Federal Reserve might need to step in. Ticket prices are soaring like she's sinking threes in zero gravity. Viewership is shattering records. Fans are practically auctioning kidneys for courtside seats. What kind of magic is this? Is she a fusion of LeBron, Steph Curry, and Taylor Swift? All this frenzy ignited by Caitlin Clark's triumphant return from injury.
Ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs.
Caitlin Clark isn't just dribbling basketballs. She's dribbling bank accounts, rewriting media narratives, and shaking egos. Meanwhile, the WNBA is getting dunked on and doesn't even see it coming. Let's be honest. There's before Caitlin Clark and after Caitlin Clark. Before her, ticket prices were sitting courtside in retirement. After her, they're soaring through your wallet and landing squarely in the luxury tax bracket.
Don't hate the player, hate the game she got, because she's really talented, especially for being Falangi, She's like the Stephen Curry of WNBA with the threes and stuff. Like, proven fact is, like, they had a game on June 7th scheduled, it was going to be Angel Reese's team, which plays for Chicago, and then for Caitlin Clark's team. They were supposed to go up there playing Chicago on June 7th. First, the ticket sales were at $76 a ticket. Then after they found out Caitlin Clark's not playing that game, she got injured, sales dropped to $25.
What's really heating up, though, is the meltdown energy from some WNBA veterans who seem to have missed the memo. Bigger audiences mean more money and more reason to chill. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't just about her dropping 30 points. It's bigger than that. It's everywhere. She's like oxygen in the arena. Her presence is felt whether she's on the court or not. TV ratings spike, merch flies off shelves, and even security guards are on edge because the crowd's acting like Taylor Swift just walked into an NFL game.
Ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. You can argue all you want if she's the best player in the league, but you absolutely cannot argue if she's the most important, because she is. She is more valuable than all the other players combined, and that is just a fact.
And here's the kicker. Some WNBA players look like they'd rather defend a fast break barefoot than admit what's happening. You'd think the league would roll out a red carpet for someone practically hauling the entire organization into the national spotlight, like a point guard on a mission from ESPN. But instead, a few are acting like Caitlin Clark walked in, swiped their lunch money, and signed their endorsement deals while doing it.
Is now suffering a major injury is Caitlin Clark is going to be out for 2 weeks with a quad injury. And the reason we're bringing this up specifically is the Clarkonomics effect to this. Obviously, players miss time all the time, but the Sky and the Fever were supposed to play in Chicago in about a week on June 7th. The opening ticket price was $86 because you have the Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark showdown that is now box office. Yeah, those tickets are now down to $25. Down to $25 after the injury announcement. And it's supposed to take place in the Bulls Arena, the United Center, as opposed to the normal Wintrust Arena. That's about a 12,000 seat difference, give or take. So
the weirdest part? Even when Caitlin Clark doesn't play, the arena's packed. People show up just on the chance she might. Who else gets that? Not the ones posting cryptic Instagram stories about respecting the vets. Yes, we respect you. But we also respect the 2.5 million viewers watching Caitlin get triple teamed at half court. Some players don't seem to get it. Clark isn't their rival, she's their rise. But instead of taking the lift, a few look like they're trying to cut the cables. Outwardly, it's all smiles and welcome to the league, but underneath, it's side eyes and cold shoulders. The envy is louder than a buzzer beater, and the irony? Caitlyn's not even asking for the spotlight. She's just earning it, one logo 3 at a time. Meanwhile, others seem more focused on gatekeeping than game-changing.
Support system, that shouldn't change. I think, Caitlyn knows that she has the ears and eyes of the locker room and the support that she has behind, whether it's us or anybody else. I would like to think that she knows it's there and to really take her time and make sure that she's, well enough to be who she needs to be for us, because I want the 100% Caitlyn, so I'll take it.
Then the media circus kicks in. The moment Caitlyn Clark touches the ball, analysts lose it and camera angles get wild. It's ESPN meets National Geographic, Clark in her element. Social media spikes and casual fans start debating zone defense on TikTok. You'd think players would celebrate the exposure. Instead, there's chatter like, she hasn't proven herself yet. She's done more in 15 minutes than some teams in 15 years. Even when she doesn't play, the hype stays. Fans pack arenas hoping she'll show up. Scalpers charge like she's a Coachella headliner. Some teams haven't seen this buzz since the Obama era. One rookie's absence feels bigger than a whole starting lineup. But some players keep throwing shade, acting like Clark invented attention. She's just a rookie, but one filling more seats than your last 3 playoff runs combined.
Well, she's human after all, Dan. She's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, it appears.
Yeah, what's interesting about Caitlyn Clark? Remember last year, she played in the Final Four. Right after that, she went immediately to the WNBA. Draft came, season started. And, didn't miss a beat. And all of a sudden, she got a little rest and comes back, gets a little banged up. I heard you talking about it earlier, and it's going to be fascinating to me, Ricky. I've been to Fever games, and the one thing you notice, and this is more so than even when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Colts.
The cognitive dissonance is real. The WNBA's had stars. Diana Taurasi could probably elbow a brick wall, and the wall would say sorry. But Clark has something different. A spark that goes beyond basketball, like Serena or Tiger. It can't be taught or copied. She's not perfect, gets blocked, stripped, turns it over. But even her mistakes make noise. When she takes a charge, Twitter erupts. When she gets hit, sports radio debates it. If she scratches her nose, blogs asked if she's hurt. That's earned power. She didn't just show up. She lit the place on fire. The league should be harnessing that energy, not trying to shut it down. Some players want to humble her like it's tradition. This isn't a sorority, it's a business. And Clark is the league's best pitch in years.
Describe Caitlyn Clark.
Amazing. A beast. She is the truth. She's the truth, and she was a rookie. Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty. So sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot, and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass. She can shoot. Man, she is the.
Here's the real drama. Even casual fans see how differently she's treated. The player bringing millions of eyes to the sport gets this kind of treatment. If anyone's still upset about Nike deals, it's sad. This should be an easy win. Use her spotlight to grow the league. Instead, some players act like her success is an attack, not a breakthrough. Whether she plays or not, the league gets bigger. But gatekeeping egos are holding progress back. This could be a golden era if they'd let it. Clark's a rookie, but she already has the ball, the spotlight, and major influence. Whether shooting threes or on the bench, the Caitlyn Clark effect is real. The league can run with it or get left behind. A week off.
The season versus the seasons past.
Our jersey sales were up 1,193%. The Caitlyn Clark effect is real, and we're thrilled about it. But it brought visibility to the whole team of the Fever and to the WNBA. But if we just want to keep it in Indiana, we look at ticket sales sold out every night, over 17,000 fans in our games at home. When Caitlyn announced that she was coming out into the draft on a Thursday afternoon, from that time to Sunday night, we had over 6,000 phone calls, people wanting to buy season tickets. But even something as simple as our terrific mascot, Freddie Fever, his appearance requests went up 150% this season. So you talk about the Fever, the team, which is what we've been working on.
When the crowd cheers louder for warm-ups than tip-off, you know something's changing. Caitlyn Clark didn't break the WNBA. She showed how much bigger it can be. That's a tough pill if if you thought only your agent had that kind of power. Then there's Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, acting like she dumped the league into relevance, giving presentations titled How I Saved the WNBA while treating Clark like an intern. But Kathy didn't score 40 points or break records. She didn't spark the merch frenzy. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't a PR stunt. It's a cultural quake. And she's just hanging on.
Shame on you! Kathy Engelbert pens this beautiful article written by Kathy, about Kathy, for Kathy, explaining why she is solely responsible for the boom of the WNBA. Folks, I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. The commissioner of the WNBA on transferring the league ahead of a breakout season. And what was that plan that Kathy Engelbert put in place? Working in partnership with my new WNBA team members, NBA colleagues, and WNBA owners, we developed a strategy with 3 pillars. The league would think player first.
Take Caitlin Clark out of the picture. Poof, gone. The crowd turns into a silent disco at a high school reunion. ESPN coverage dives back under cornhole and old bowling reruns. Ratings hit basement levels. Meanwhile, Kathy Engelbert drops buzzwords like strategic growth initiatives, like she's launching the WNBA iPhone. Sure, here's everyone tuned in to Indiana Fever games thanks to her marketing. Teams that couldn't fill the second row at bake sales 2 seasons ago suddenly have mainstream appeal. She treats Clark like a backup dancer in her Kathy Saves the WNBA show. But without Clark, this league would still be rehearsing in a YMCA gym. Instead of a statue, Kathy gives speeches about hard work behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, the only thing there is a reality check ready to hit if Clark takes.
You guys heard me correctly. None other than Kathy Engelbert is singing a different tune this season about Caitlin Clark. Now, we know last year she was talking about all of the other rookies being included in this, making a difference, being able to help contribute to the big bang of the WNBA. This time around, she's owing it all to Caitlin Clark. Me personally, I told y'all this at the beginning of the month. The chickens was coming home to roost for the WNBA, because I'm telling you right now, there has been a lot of spooky things going on and people is tired of